Thanks so much for tuning in to the Trade Setup with me, Niraj, and the visuals of D. Gukesh winning those last 5 moments of him being in the midst of his realization that his opponent has made a mistake and he just wanted to ensure that he is not wrong. I mean, it was riveting for all eyes, not just Indian eyes, but what a sight and what a speech by an 18-year-old Grandmaster of the world when he compliments the opponent and says that the opponent has been the champion and is truly the world champion as well. Quite stunning, really, all that we saw, and heartiest congratulations to him, his team, his family, and everybody else for making India proud, really. So this is a big deal to my mind for this week, or arguably for the month of December. You could even argue for the whole year as well. One of the standout moments of 2024 for me. Okay, let's take stock of markets though. I mean, these visuals will keep us all happy for the next few days, I'm sure. Okay, Dow fell more than 200 points after warm inflation report. In fact, the 10-year Treasury yield ended at nearly 3-week high after the hotter than expected producer prices report as well. And oil prices have ended lower as IEA sees global market comfortably supplied next year. Somehow, now the incremental benefits or negatives of oil price movements aren't quite impacting. It's kind of believed that it will stay stable at $70 a barrel mark. So positive for India, I'm just saying. So this is what the US markets did. About 0.5% lower for the Dow and the NASDAQ. And the Dow futures about flattish right now, so no big changes there for the Dow futures either, so keep that in mind. Asia is a tick of red, really, 1.5% for most key indices, and shouldn't surprise because things that are moving around very, very quickly, I must add. The GIFT Nifty about 100 points lower, and this follows what the markets did in yesterday's session as well, right? I mean, we had a bit of a downtick in trade yesterday, so about 1/3%. But the point is, viewers, I think the Nifty is still in the range created last Thursday. So remember, we were very volatile last Thursday, and that range, I think the Nifty is still obeying that range. Who knows, at this 150 point downtick, could there be some stability or buying coming in? Remains to be seen. I mean, we are still not quite there in the extreme greed zone, getting there. So wait and watch. The broader market, though, demands being selective because the broader markets are closer to swing highs. 14 straight days of an uptick, then a pullback yesterday, and rightly so because we're very close to swing highs, and deservedly may pull back a little bit because it's not that the economy is really perked up. Most sectoral outcomes that are coming out for Q3 are not positive. We've seen that from, and I'll actually recount my trade setup, but we've already seen that from consumption. And I'll mention a couple of other sectors wherein there might be an issue or two. So what's the trade setup? I mean, per se, this is the thing, right? Road infra stocks are seeing very tepid awarding and maybe subdued. I think there is this whole thought of not having very high price road contracts under a national umbrella. So make companies selective, let state orders go out. But I think the national awarding through NHAI has become very, very tepid of late, and therefore road construction companies have an issue. So NCC, what have you, a clutch of road construction companies have an issue. And broking, you know, while the stocks have been very solid, capital market plays are looking very solid, etc. But watch out for broking companies. The word that I hear is that there might be a drag due to a weak Q3. Volumes have come off, and you might well see pure play broking revenues for a lot of these businesses looking or sulking. What may help some of the companies is that they have other avenues of growth, right? Wealth, investment banking, etc., which have been hot, and therefore that might help. But broking revenues, which is also a large part, might actually sulk, so watch out for some of the brokers for sure. Okay, there's a Jeffries note which says that on India, effectively, they're saying equity supply will cap the upcycle. So the investment upcycle in the 5th year, another 5 to go. Rate cuts by the RBI are very, very likely, according to Jeffries. The December 25 Nifty target is 26,600, and they are overweight on banks, telcos, two-wheelers, interestingly, healthcare, real estate, and more. Top ideas, ICICI, Axis, SBI from the banking space. They are stuck to large caps, by the way. So Airtel, JSW Energy, TVS Motors, varied, as well as Coal India, Godrej Properties, which a lot of people are bullish on, and Sun Pharma, effectively large cap names. What about stocks, individual stocks to monitor today? I will watch out for HAL for sure. Could be a very interesting name today. I think we'll have a big move. Has received an aircraft order with an order value of 13,500 crores. Could this be the start of order inflows? In fact, UBS believes that defense orders may get bunched up in Q4, and HAL is UBS's top pick. Watch out, I reckon that this will have a big reaction today. Zomato, I've given a thumbs down. Some people might give it a thumbs up. I've given it a thumbs down. Why so? Because Zomato has been forced, I think, to launch the new app Bistro to take on Zepto Cafe or even Bolt. But Zepto Cafe is the undisputed ruler, if you will. I look at my office every morning and I see Zepto Cafe bags out there, and that tells you a story. Now, my reason of giving a thumbs down is that there is a rise in competitive intensity. Let's wait and watch what happens to the stock. Kalpataru has the QIP floor prices at 1214 per share, so a bit of a downtick from current, but if it gets subscribed well, may well actually do, and which is why I've given it a thumbs up. It's in the right sector, remember. Nesco, I've given it a thumbs up because it's the highest bidder for a contract from National Highways Logistics. They have to invest 50 crores into four sites, which is 200 crores for development of these amenities, but from year 4 onwards, they get an annual revenue of 300 crores. What they haven't mentioned is the number of years for which this will continue. But I would reckon it will continue for a while, and therefore I've given it a thumbs up. Let's see if it reacts positively. Greenplant might be a negative because the manufacturing operations at the MDF plant in Gujarat have been closed due to breakdown of machinery. Should react negatively, so do watch out. And just very lastly, viewers, IPO subscriptions. Watch out for One MobiKwik. It's the 3rd day today for all of these 3. One MobiKwik already subscribed 20 times, so might have a decent listing if going by subscription. So that's one name you want to watch out for. Clutch of brokerage notes as well, which we'll all discuss on television. Thanks so much for tuning in this version of the Trade Setup.